So we'll do the energy hole in the above our head. Okay, so I'll remind you. We make 3 circles with our hands, 3 inward circles, small ones. 1, 2, 3, and 5 big ones, gathering energy going up. 1, 2, 3. On the 5th, we inhale and we catch the energy. When we get the energy, we just go down 5 ones, big ones. 4, and on the 5th, we put whatever we caught on the sides of the thighs. We slide the hands down and we throw them upwards while inhaling. And we exhale, scanning the body, allowing the energy to go over the whole body from top down. And the same thing we do with the hands, making outward circles, so the palms face the sides. 3 small ones, 1, and 5 big ones going up. On the 5th, we inhale and catch energy. Once we caught the energy, we go 5 big ones down, 5 big circles down. And we put the energy on the thighs, we slide down the hands, and we throw them up while inhaling. And we exhale, allowing the energy to cover us, cover the whole body from top down. So we can feel the axis in the sky going through us to the ground. Okay, and the last pass we do is to do with relaxing loosening the assemblage point. So you know it. So we hold the hand like this. We'll do it in style. That means we'll do it gently. Peripheral view, looking through the fingers. We make a fist. Just a second, begin again. We make a fist like this, sorry. Again, we hold it like this, we begin now. So, make a fist and relax the fist. We don't open up, we just relax it. And then we open up and make a fist and relax the fist. We allow the hands to go down. We inhale. Pelvis going forward and we make palm facing upward. So we stretch the lung meridians. And we exhale. The hands go sideways. We slide on the axis and we stand like this. We turn the hands so the palms face down. We make the tiger close and we bring energy to the centers. And we exhale with flat hand, whatever we do not need. Again. 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 Last time we bring energy. We straighten up the fingers and cut back and up. We inhale to the lower back. Exhale what we do not need. And we gather energy from the earth and bring it to the navel center. And we end the pass. Just be aware of your body. So maybe we'll do the scanning standing up. Unless you're tired, then you can sit down. Whatever you choose. So I remind you that we are, first of all, we are aware of our bodies, connect to the earth, create rapport with the other participants. And the intention is to connect the hands with the emptiness. So we leave one hand, this time we begin with the left hand on the navel center, and we go over the body scanning. We do it quicker than usual. So we try to scan the top where the crown center is, and we go down the axis. All the way down to the area between the feet. And we pause for a second to have an impression of ourselves, and then we go back up. Again, make sure you have an impression of the crown center. And then we go to the back of the head, and we scan the head from right to left. So when we end scanning the head, we begin to scan the neck, from the back of the neck. And then we continue to the left shoulder, scanning the shoulder to the shoulder joint and down the arm, all the way to the fingertips. And when we get to the fingertips, we pause for a few seconds to have an impression of the arm or of the whole body. And then we go back up the arm. So when we reach the shoulder joint, continue scanning the shoulder again. And then we go down from the shoulder along the left side of the body to the waistline. And when we get to the waistline and we're through with the left part of the body, we go to the right shoulder. So we scan the right shoulder. And when we finish the right shoulder, we go down the right side of the body, from the shoulder to the waistline. And when we are through, we change hands, right hand on the navel, and the left hand, we scan the same thing we done before with the right hand. So get in touch with the crown center, and then down the axis of the body. And I remind you, if you find a place where your hand wants to stay longer, just allow it to stay longer. So it can be interesting what impression you have when you scan the area between the legs, because there's no physicality there. only energy. So when we reach the floor, pause for a few seconds, have an impression of the whole body, and then we go back up. It could be interesting to notice whether your hand is more relaxed, the hand that is moving. Is it more relaxed? Becomes more sensitive, like an organ, sense organ. So when we get to the crown again, see if you can find where you can feel the crown center energy best. Maybe you can pull it upwards with your intent, so you become taller. And then we go to the back of the head, and we scan the head from left to right. So when we finish scanning the head, we scan the neck again from left to right. And we find the right shoulder, we go scanning the right shoulder to the shoulder joint and down the arm to the fingertips. And again, when we get to the fingertips, pause for a few seconds and see if you have an impression of the whole arm or the whole body. Then we go back up. And then again, when we reach the shoulder joint, we scan the shoulder again. And then we go down the shoulder to the waistline. Remember, when the hand is in front of the body, but it goes all the way behind the back, to scan the emptiness. So again, when we finish right side of the body, we go to the left shoulder again, and we scan the left shoulder. And then down the left side of the body to the waistline. So when we are through, we change hands again. Now the left hand on the navel center, and with the right hand we scan the pelvis from the left hip joint. We move to the right. And when we get to the right hip joint, we go down the leg all the way to the tip of the toes. So we don't have to bend down, just use your intent. And the hand is directed in the right direction. And again, when we get to the tip of the toes, we pause for a few seconds, have an impression of our leg or the whole body, and then we go back up. So again, when we get to the right hip joint, make sure we scan everything and we move to the navel center, and then we change hands again. So the right hand on the navel, and with the left hand we scan from the right hip joint to the left. It's very interesting for me because when I stand like this, I feel I'm very relaxed. I mean, my legs are not, they don't have any effort. It's like no effort, no muscle effort. So when we get to the left hip joint, we go down the left leg, down to the tip of the toes, going through the thigh, knee, calf, ankle, foot, toes, tip of the toes. Sorry. And then we pause again for a few seconds, have an impression of the left leg or the whole body. And we go back up. Make sure everything around the left hip is scanned. And then we move to the navel center. So when we end, both hands are on the navel. If you are seated down or you want to sit down, you can sit down. And have an impression of the whole body. If you find places that are contracted, allow them to relax. And if your eyes are closed, allow the eyes to open up gently to a peripheral view. So you still retain your impression of yourself. And just observe you're still in contact with the other people, with the earth, with yourself. And we go to the usual questions. Is my head more silent? Is the sea of emotion more calm? Is the body more relaxed? And do I feel some affection? Which means for me, my heart a bit open. So maybe you want to sit. If you don't sit, maybe we'll sit for a minute or two. Anybody wants to share something, anything? Ani, do you have your flute with you?
I have a surprise flute. If you are willing, I have a new Indian. No, it's so hard for me to be always English correct because in Hebrew we call it Khalil Indiani, and in English they will call it a Native American flute. So I'm trying to be learning the right language in English. So it's a special flute. It has two sounds in one. So it's almost like I'm playing with myself. So if you don't mind.
pretty.
Beautiful.
Interesting.
Interesting,
Yes,
huh?
it is.
Thank
It is
you.
really two different sounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
As two instruments we're playing. It's amazing
Yes.
they developed that, you know, many,
Mhm.
many years ago.
Yeah.
How did they know? How did they found it out? So
That's my journey with those flutes.
Okay.
Joshua, I think I found it actually better standing. I felt I'm grounded more.
When you were standing,
Rooted.
it's better.
Yeah, I think so.
You can stand up and practice it standing. You can do
Yes, whenever my back allows me. Yeah. Okay.
it.
Thank you.
Maybe you can find a better sit also. If maybe when you do it.
Yes, combine it.
Yeah.
And I like the exercise we did at the start with the hands.
This one.
Yes, you know, before we started
Yeah.
the first attention scan. That's what
Yeah.
I like. It kind of,
Well,
I feel the body then more.
Well, you quit having this session you had before in Swansea, haven't you? We don't do it anymore. You know, the group that got together and practiced.
No, we couldn't because of all the COVID.
All the lockdown and everything. We're
And
all
it's
at home.
still only limited number of people you can have meeting indoor.
How
and
many?
all the face masks and, you know.
4, isn't
How
it?
many can you
Four.
meet?
4, I think.
4?
Wow.
Yeah. 4. Socially
So
distanced.
you can do something in privately in the house.
Yeah, you can do 4. You can get a 4 and practice. It's okay, even for 20 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's good if you can. People around you. Or if, you know, if Woody comes to you, maybe they don't know. Or
I haven't heard from him for a while. Don't know what's happening with him.
well, he's a woodman. He's in the
Yes,
woods.
he's
in the
woody.
woods. Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
whatever. I hope you practice something. You know, I mean,
Yes.
I mean, I'm talking about everybody. If you practice even for 5 minutes, you know, this just gather your attention, connect to the earth, and just allow it to happen. The body will know it quicker, and maybe soon, hopefully, I don't know, maybe more people can meet together, so it'll be big practices.
Will be released.
First, you have to release yourself.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. Thank you very, very much.
thank you, Joshua.
Thank you, Joshua. Thank you.
תודה רבה.
Joshua, תודה.
תודה.
Nice to meet you all.
Have a good week, everybody.
Good.
Yes.
Good
תודה.
night.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Bye-bye.
לילה טוב.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Well, Nikki.